Hello, friends. This is the Familiar Feline ASMR. Today we are going to be taking a look at my entire media collection, the video games, Blu-rays, and DVDs that I own. Some of these are my husband's and some are my son's as well. So we are going to start with Blu-rays and other things that come in plastic cases, and then after that we will be looking at the large CD binders where we keep a lot of the discs in the house so they don't take up so much room. Here is District 9. This is one of my favorite movies. Star Wars, the Padawan Menace Lego movie, which is my son's. Lord of the Rings 3-film collection on Blu-ray. The Lego movie. I really enjoyed this movie. And RoboCop, which is my husband's. Horton Hears a Who. Gravity, one of my favorites, except Sandra Bullock's bangs that seem to know where to go in the movie. That part always irritated me a little bit. Life of Pi, pretty good. There Will Be Blood. Project X. Ice Age Collision Course. A collection of Seth MacFarlane short cartoons. The Hangover, which I've probably seen a few too many times. X-Men, Wolverine. I didn't enjoy this movie very much. The CGI was really bad. Alice in Wonderland. A 4-disc set with Beetlejuice, The Never-Ending Story, Willy Wonka and the Chocolate Factory, the original, and Scooby-Doo. Children of the Corn 4-movie set. Chronicle. It's one of my husband's favorite movies. And Inception, another one of his favorites. Housebound. I liked this one a lot. Survival of the Dead. And Land of the Dead. I'll watch pretty much anything that has zombies in it. Children of Men. Krampus. This is one of my wind down videos. Like, I'll watch this if I just want to fall asleep or something just to relax to. I really like this movie. This one is the same story. I'll play this one when I'm falling asleep or anything like that. This is As Above, So Below, which is one of the scariest movies, I think, and definitely my favorite horror movie. Interstellar. I really liked this one too, though it's kind of long. I have a hard time sitting still for that long to watch something. 2001, Space Odyssey. The novel of this I liked a lot, and the sequels too. And the Hobbit trilogy. We just picked this up last week at a vendor mall, which is kind of like an indoor flea market. And the last Blu-ray is a set of Life, which is narrated by Oprah Winfrey. I really enjoyed this series. And that is the last of the Blu-rays. I have a few DVDs here that we keep in cases so my son can easily find them. Star Wars, The Last Jedi. Star Wars, The Rise of Skywalker. I think that this has the first 6 Star Wars in it. And all the Ice Ages, the Meltdown, the original one. This one is my favorite one. Dawn of the Dinosaurs. And Continental Drift. My son is a really big Ice Age fan, so he watches all those movies quite a bit. So next we are going to look at, let's do this, my case of Switch games. Most of our games are digital. We probably have 15 or so downloads on the Switch and probably around 100 on the Xbox because we've had Gold for so long. Here is Mario Kart 8, Luigi's Mansion 3, Super Mario Maker 2, Super Monkey Ball Banana Mania, Game Builder Garage, Untitled Goose Game. I really like that one. Nintendo Labo, where you build the cardboard pieces to put your controller and Switch into. Ice Age, Ring Fit Adventure, Zelda Breath of the Wild, and Pikmin 3 Deluxe. This one is really the only one here that is one I bought for myself. I didn't like it nearly as much as the original Pikmin. It's way too easy. There isn't really much of a challenge to it. This was a little disappointing. Let's see. Now we can look at the Xbox One games that we keep in cases. Crash Bandicoot's Insane Trilogy, one of my favorite childhood games. This and Spyro, which I have the remake, the remastering of Spyro on both the Xbox and the Switch because I enjoy it so much. I am actually on a playthrough of the original Spyro and have considered making a video of me playing it in its entirety because I can beat it in around 5 hours, 4 hours maybe. I used to do speed runs of it when I was a kid. And here is Skyrim, one of my all-time favorites. And Dying Light. We just bought 2 copies of this for the Switch because we have 2 Switches, so my husband and I can play online together. Unfortunately, it is not a cross-platform game. Far Cry Primal. I really liked this one. Elden Ring. Resident Evil Biohazard, which is, to me anyway, the scariest Resident Evil. I really enjoyed playing it, but I needed my husband around when I was playing it. Him and I actually ended up doing a playthrough together, which was really fun. He's a big Resident Evil fan, and I'm a big Silent Hill fan, so we've exchanged and done playthroughs together. Mass Effect Andromeda. I love the Mass Effect series. The biggest flaw with it is the inventory in Mass Effect 1, which I don't know if that was fixed or not with the remake. I have not purchased that. And one of the best video games of all time, which we are currently doing a playthrough of, Fallout 4. And Divinity Original Sin Enhanced Edition. So now I am going to get the big binders and some small binders that we keep some games and a lot of movies in. Okay, so we are going to start with the rest of the Xbox games. which we keep right here. Here we have Assassin's Creed 2 and Assassin's Creed 3 and the multiplayer online disc for 3. I really liked that. I wish that it was a full online game. I think that would be really fun. Bioshock 2, and Bioshock Infinite, which is pretty close to being one of my husband's favorite video game series. Condemned Criminal Origins, Condemned Bloodshot. I liked the Condemned too. And Darksiders 1 and 2. Dead Island and Dead Island Riptide. These are really fun games. I like the weapon mods that you can do. They're pretty fun. And Dead Space 2 and Dead Space 3. The Dead Space series is really fun and scary too. Diablo, Dishonored, The Evil Within. I liked that one too. Fallout 3. This game is really fun. I probably had, I think, 310 hours in my playthrough where I did everything in the whole game. I even used a map that I found online to make sure that I had discovered all of the things there were to find. Fallout New Vegas. It's okay. I didn't like it quite as much as the other Fallouts. And the Fear series. Fear Files, Fear 2, and Fear 3. This was a great series with a really interesting storyline. Fusion Frenzy 2, Hitman, Connect Adventures, and The Exorcist, which must have been pulled out of the Xbox and just thrown in here. Mass Effect 2 and Mass Effect 3. I think 2 is my favorite of the series. Metro 2033, Mirror's Edge. I really like this game. It's very visually appealing, and doing the online time trials and things when it first came out, I was pretty far up there in the rankings. I was out of a job, so I spent way too much time playing this game. And Resident Evil 5, Resident Evil 6, Silent Hill Downpour, my least favorites of the Silent Hill series. Pretty far up there with Silent Hill Origins. I didn't like that one very much the Silent Hill HD collection. These are the remastered Silent Hill 2 and Silent Hill 3. I wish that they would remaster Silent Hill 4, but I don't think that's going to happen, unfortunately. And Skate 3. The orange box, which has some Valve games on it. Sniper Elite. Two Worlds. The Walking Dead Survival Instinct. The Witcher 2. That's also The Witcher 2. Your Shape, which is an exercise game for the Kinect. The Gunslinger. Guitar Hero 2. Paw Patrol. Left 4 Dead 2. Easily one of my favorite zombie games. The Lego Movie 2. This is the video game. Silent Hill Homecoming. Well, what was the other one? That's Downpour. I didn't really like either of those very much. I didn't like the main character in Homecoming, and I couldn't really get into the story. It just wasn't quite as well written as the other games. And this is the Lego Movie video game. Now we just have some blank pages. And I always keep the games I'm currently playing in the back so I can find them easier. So, Back 4 Blood. I haven't played this in a couple of months, but it was really fun. I don't like it quite as much as Left 4 Dead 2, but I still had fun playing it. And The Life Aquatic, which is a Bill Murray movie. My husband was probably watching that. And Fallout 4, which is our current playthrough. And now we are on to DVDs. So this case is a nice TARDIS blue. The only DVDs that are in here are my Doctor Who DVDs, which I have all of the ones for the new series that are currently out. David Tennant is my favorite, then probably Matt Smith. And then way in the back I have some of the original series, the William Hartnell discs. Just looks like the first 3 years. The rest you can watch on BBC, and they can also be really expensive and hard to find. And now we are on to the really large binders. Start over here. I think these are all short movies. Yeah, these are all like shorts. This one is The Best of Horror, Volume 1. We have a lot of those horror movie sets. Those are both those. And this one is Jack Nicholson Cult Classics. Dick Tracy, Without a Paddle. Haunted, another horror movie set. That one is also haunted. Serpent and the Rainbow. Phantasm 2. This is another horror movie set. And so is that one. So we have Die Hard, Children of the Corn, Creepshow, Clash of the Titans, Cool Hand Luke, Spirited Away, The King of Comedy, Mondo Macabro, Broken Flowers, Inland Empire, The Box, Dracula, Body Double, Blood Simple, The Black Dahlia, Blue Velvet, Miller's Crossing. I don't know how to pronounce that one. Chappaqua. It's probably really wrong. Crime Wave. Radio. Butch Cassidy and the Sundance Kid. The Lawnmower Man. The Dark Knight. The Legend of Hell House. The Manchurian Candidate. The Hustler. I Am Legend. The short story that this is based off of is really good. Young Guns, Amadeus, Altered States, All Souls Day, iRobot, Big Fish, Barton Fink, some Jackie Chan movies, The Killer Meteors, Avatar, American History X, Jay and Silent Bob Strike Back, Shaun of the Dead, Doctor Strangelove, From Dusk Till Dawn, Apocalypto, Memento, Ghostbusters, the short films of David Lynch, Sex Drive, Sex Drive Unrated, Jay and Silent Bob Strike Back, The Verdict, A Simple Plan, Rose Red, Sin City, Run Lola Run, Silence of the Lambs, The Untouchables, Sleepy Hollow, Silent Hill. They did a really good job with this movie. To actually see the world changing to the nightmare realm was pretty cool. I actually went and saw that in theaters. Hot Fuzz. I like anything Simon Pegg is in. Here's a couple of horror movie sets. And here too. Stranger Than Fiction. My favorite Will Ferrell movie. 7. Lost in Translation. Snatch. X-Men. X-Men Last Stand. Trick or Treat. Rise of the Silver Surfer. The Eagle Fist. Where the Buffalo Roam. The World According to Garp. I love that one. And Twin Peaks, Fire Walk with Me. The TV show is really good. The Sting. Spaceballs. Sublime. The Saddest Music in the World. Vampire Hunters. Spider-Man 2 and Spider-Man 3 and Spider-Man 1. Harry Potter and the Deathly Hallows. Monty Python's Holy Grail. I love Monty Python. Time Bandits. The Life of Brian. Mulholland Drive. Ed Wood. It's a good one too. Napoleon Dynamite. Bubba Hotep. Reservoir Dogs. The Professional. The Original Homeman. That's another collection of horror. Harry Potter and the Order of the Phoenix. House by the Cemetery. Fargo. Where the Wild Things Are. 4 Room. Fear and Loathing in Las Vegas. Friday the 13th. And this is Evil Dead. I didn't know that the last time we did this. It's hard to see upside down, but that is Bruce Campbell's face. My husband's a really big Evil Dead fan. There is a cat that is currently sharing the chair with me, and his name is Campbell. Here's more Evil Dead. Once Upon a Time in Mexico. One Flew Over the Cuckoo's Nest. Fight Club. One of the best movies of all time. The Rats. Observe and Report. Natural Born Killers. The Pool. The Princess Diaries. Requiem for a Dream. The Grudge. A Gun, a Car, and a Blunt. Hamlet. Hellride. Halloween. Superhero Movie. Pulp Fiction. Super Mario Brothers. Superstar. Alien vs. Predator. 13 Ghosts. This is also 13 Ghosts. Titus. One was probably mine, and one was probably my husband's when we moved in together, and we just never got rid of the second copy. Titus, Harry Potter and the Deathly Hallows Part 2, Platoon, The Plague, Hero, Alfred Hitchcock's Number 17, Incident on and Off a Mountain Road, all the Puppet Masters, another horror set. I love cheesy horror. 3 Killjoys, Spirited Away, Jackie Chan movie, Major League, The Tenants, Sweet and Lowdown, some more horror sets, Spinal Tap. Everyone should watch this. The Lord of the Rings, the DVDs that we have. The Shawshank Redemption. Intruders. Another Wolverine movie. Great Escape. The Good Knight. The Good, the Bad, and the Ugly, Nightmare on Elm Street, and lots. My husband's a pretty big Freddy fan, so we have plenty of Nightmare movies. This one is Wes Craven's new Nightmare. Lord of the Rings, and I don't know what this is, but it has Billy Bob Thornton on it. Evan Almighty, We Are Still Here. I think these are cheesy horror movies. Harry Potter and the Chamber of Secrets. Bruce Campbell, Army of Darkness. Rudolph. I Love You, Philip Morris. Nothing. This is a little bit more of an obscure movie, but if you can get your hands on it, I highly recommend it. I really enjoyed watching it. And some Pure Terror, which is a bunch of horror movies. And here's some more. Some more. There's lots of horror sets. White House Down. And these Slash Dance. Creepy. I can't read that one. Creep Tales. The Broken Skull. These all came in a horror set too. Machine Head, Spreading Grounds, horror movie sets, Slither, some more horror movie sets. There's just so many. This one has Hellraiser 3 on it, and Halloween. I need my son to help me with Roman numerals. I think that's 4, but I could be wrong. It could also be 6. My 8-year-old can read any Roman numeral, so he usually helps me with that. Some more horror movie sets. So are these. Robin Hood Men in Tights, Lord of the Rings. This one is Two Towers. Ghostbusters and another horror movie set. Let's see, this one has The Ghost, Dominique is Dead, A Name for Evil, Nightmare Castle, and Dementia 13. And we have one more case here. Let's see. This one is primarily TV shows. We have the Wii streaming Netflix disc. I don't know why we still have that. The Family Guy movie. And then Season 2 and Season 1. And Season 3. I don't know what these are. I think these are Father of the Pride, which was a short-lived cartoon about animals, adult cartoon. I thought it was pretty funny. And Simpsons, probably this is Season 1. And some more Simpsons. And some more Simpsons. And my favorite adult cartoon, except maybe Metalocalypse, which is Futurama. Freddy's Dead, The Final Nightmare. It's a movie. A lot of this is just empty space. The Best of Abbott and Costello. 200 classic cartoons. Twilight Zone. I love Twilight Zone. And the Ray Bradbury Theater. More classic cartoons. More Twilight Zone. NFL. Greatest players and coaches. And then a lot of Futurama. Which this, I'll watch this if I'm really sick. When I had COVID, I spent a lot of time just laying in bed watching Futurama. Ansel Adams and Fringe. This is a great science fiction show. It's kind of like the X-Files. It's the FBI, but they do a lot more of breaking the universe and time. It's a lot more rooted in fringe sciences and less aliens. There's more Fringe. Well, here's Father of the Bride. I don't know what those other discs are. Gremlins and more Fringe. And more Fringe. And more Fringe. And Harry Potter and the Half-Blood Prince. Frank Herbert's Dune. Very boring. The new movie that just came out this year was amazing. The casting was done so well. From reading the books, the characters looked and sounded and acted pretty much identical to what I had imagined while I was reading. I can't wait for them to make more installments in the movie series. I've read all of the Dune books. I love them. Amadeus. Lego Movie, the second part, and the Lego Movie. The Martian. I love Andy Weir. I've read all 3 of his books, and they're all very good. Now I'm just waiting for them to come out with the Project Hail Mary movie, because that was definitely my favorite book. That book was amazing. War of the Worlds, another good book. Frozen. Cloverfield, it's a great movie. Final Destination. Cloudy with a Chance of Meatballs. First Blood. Final Destination 2 and 3 and 5. Another Futurama disc. My husband tries to be organized, but I am so disorganized that I think he's just given up and he throws the discs in wherever. If you can tell looking at this, it's semi-organized, but that is just because my husband put in everything to begin with, and I and entropy have taken hold and turned everything into a big mess. Here's All About Steve and Finding Nemo, a Star Wars cartoon, Terminator Dark Fate, Matrix Reloaded, and Matrix Revolutions, Amityville Horror, another All About Steve, Harry Potter and the Sorcerer's Stone, Napoleon Dynamite, the original Final Destination. Star Trek The Wrath of Khan, Star Trek The Voyage Home, Star Trek Search for Spock, Fear and Loathing in Las Vegas, Harry Potter and the Prisoner of Azkaban, Wreck-It Ralph, The Happening. We're Back, one of my favorite movies when I was a kid. Saw, March of the Penguins, Battle Los Angeles, Ray Bradbury Theater, Fish, which these should all be live. Here's Live from Bonnaroo, Wilco, Harry Potter and the Goblet of Fire, and Awesome, I Shot That, Blind Melon, Pearl Jam, and Pearl Jam. These are not albums, they are concerts that you can watch. So that is all of my DVDs, Xbox Xbox games, Switch games, except for the things we have that are downloaded onto consoles. I hope that you enjoyed this video. If you did, if you can like, share, comment, and subscribe on my work, that would be extremely helpful to me. Thank you so much for watching. I hope you have a really great